We are with another Friday morning live. Cheers. So hot. Hope everybody's doing amazing. We have a beautiful sun just came up. And we can enjoy that sunshine in this cooler weather. It went down to like 3 degrees last night. Time to fire up the furnace soon. Season change of autumn, moving into winter. But when's a good time to fast? Now is the only time, so now is a great time to fast. We choose to eat, we choose to fast, we choose to fast, we choose to eat. Free will. But to get to a different destination than when we're at, if we're in pain, misery, and suffering, we got to do something different. And the road of subtraction always brings balance. Why choose anything else? That is a question that we can only answer by looking in the mirror. You know, when we see so many suffering and severe pain, and people just want to grasp for any marketing hype for a magic pill. And then they go to the next one, and the next one, and the next one. When the answer's always been in subtraction. Subtraction, subtraction, subtraction. Purge. We're either in a accumulating state or in a purging state. There's really no in between. You know, if we're eating fruit only, we're still in accumulating state. All foods have obstruction value. So, depending what we eat, we're going to have different levels of obstructiveness. And if we choose wisely, we won't obstruct ourselves as much as if we choose the really highly obstructive foods. Obstructive way of living is not only food, it's also the thoughts, the environments we live in, external, internal, the people we associate with, right? The thoughts, the emotions. Emotion is seed of all, as we say. Emotion controls all manifestation, as far as I'm concerned. Emotion controls all manifestation. It's a little cool. Gotta get used to the first cold weather. So, what's new for the world today. Are we going to be obliterated, or is mankind going to snap out of this evil mind control and bring forth and move in a direction of balance? Nature's always doing it. It has no alternative. Our bodies are always trying to do it, but we get in the way, and we get in the way of the earth doing it as well. Mankind gets in the way by the destruction we bring forth to the planet in many, many, many ways, infinite ways right now. Just look at the waterways, some of the waterways, and look on videos around the world, and people are living with like tons and tons of garbage inside the waterways, and they're swimming and living off that. It's if we look back at all the continents and the way the Aboriginals lived, they never pillaged and raped the earth. They were caretakers of it, and they lived in harmony with it. It's a big difference than what modern mankind, with all the white jackets, scientists, believing they know better. Big difference from what the way they used to treat Mother Earth and the way we treat it now. And it's no difference with our bodies. No difference. We throw anything into our mouths and believe that the body will be able to handle it, right? You know, when you start fasting lifestyle road, the path, you're going to see a whole different world and how food reacts with the body. The cleaner we make ourselves and live a cleaner lifestyle, once we go off track, we'll be able to feel everything, because the senses have reawakened in a state where they're operational. Whereas when we're in that obstructive state, everything's in the numbed out state. You can't feel anything. That's why you see people eating anything and everything and nothing bothers them, it seems. We can't escape the law of cause and effect. We cannot escape that law. For every action, there's a reaction. So eventually, it all catches up with us. Some of us sooner than later, like for myself, in my 20s, I started feeling the effects of the lifestyle of eating anything and everything. Caught up very quickly. And for some other people, they keep going and going and going, and it seems like, they went through their 60s, 70s, 80s. Some of them even hit their 90s, but this is all the old, the older folks that grew up in an era where there was way, way, way less chemicals. I have a great uncle, 102 years ago. It was a whole different world than it is now, and he's still going. So it's interesting with the genetic weaknesses, how we've gotten to a point where mankind is getting weaker and weaker and weaker, and you can see it in the children. You can see it clearly. If we just look at the iris, right? The eyes. You can see the genetic weaknesses. You can see everything in the eyes. And as we clean up through a fasting lifestyle, through the art of subtraction, we can start seeing the eyes slowly clearing up and changing. If we're actually living it, loving it. If we're continuously eating, then we're accumulating. Always going back and forth to that, right? We're eating, we're accumulating, we're fasting, we're purging through the art of subtraction. Arnold Ehret's beautiful, simple formula, V equals P take away O. Vitality equals power minus obstructions. Remove the obstructions, vitality goes up. Build the obstructions, vitality goes way down, because the body needs to use way more energy when it's obstructed. When we deobstruct, purge, the body has to use way less energy and vitality goes up. Simple, simple math. Anyway, if there's any questions out there, or we will call it a close. Let's send plaf to the whole planet. First and foremost to the evil warmongers. And that's everybody involved, from the decision makers to all the people who support war, including and not limited to, the workers who are making all the weapons and so on and so forth. If all those people, if we could turn on their hearts to plaf, can you imagine? They all drop what they're doing and say, no more war. It's over. All the people holding the guns, all the people pushing the buttons. So those are the people that we need to penetrate the plaf into their hearts. And then send plaf to all the people who have been suffering all over the world, wherever it is. War is obsolete. Evil doesn't get that. But war is obsolete. And I pray that mankind, we have a turning point now, that we can see within our lives a shift. And, let's continuously send plaf. 4:32 a.m. and or p.m. is a great time to, as 432 is a wave carrier we discovered, instantaneous wave carrier. It's just amazing. If you do it at that time, it's much more powerful. With that said, thank you so much. We'll see you back on the page. See you back on next call, Wednesday, Facebook Live. Ciao for now.